Flags are raised, they're off and running. The Sky Bet Grade 3 Novice Chase. First to show in front is Predator's Gold from the Enabler as they jump the first of 15 fences. I'll jump to place at the back. Pure Steel by Kappa Jy Pyke, fence number 2 before the straight. The leader is Predator's Gold by under a length. To the Enabler. Third is Jacob's Ladder. He's in cheek pieces, and then Pure Steel has just regained fourth from Kappa Jy Pyke. Much better in the air at fence 2. Of the two leaders was Predator's Gold. Turns in a length and a half in front of the Enabler. Third is Jacob's Ladder. And then the other pair, Pure Steel and Kappa Jy Pyke. Straightening on up for fences 3 and 4. It's Predator's Gold, the leader, under Paul Townend in a distinguishing white cap. And second is the Enabler and Sam Ewing, blue hat. Over in third is Jacob's Ladder. And then Pure Steel and Kappa Jy Pyke. As the quintet approach fence number 4, it'll be the last fence next time. The leader is Predator's Gold. By over 2 lengths to the Enabler. Third is Jacob's Ladder, and fourth is Pure Steel. Fifth of the 5 with the circuit of race is Kappa Jy Pyke. Little or no changes in the order. 11 more fences left to jump. Predator's Gold joined by the Enabler. 2 lengths back to Jacob's Ladder in third. After the chicken sound. 3-0 Pure Steel and Kappa Jy Pyke. Fence number 5. Predator's Gold into it. From the Enabler. Who jumped it carefully in second. Third is Jacob's Ladder, and then Pure Steel and Kappa Jy Pyke. Turning to fence number 6 at the top of the track. Predator's Gold rejoined by the Enabler. Followed by Jacob's Ladder, Pure Steel and Kappa Jy Pyke. Bit of a run before they'll jump the next 2 fences, one of which is a ditch. The Enabler just nudges ahead from Predator's Gold, followed by Jacob's Ladder, Pure Steel, and held up as Kappa Jy Pyke. As they continue downhill to the next 2 fences, matching strides. The Enabler and Predator's Gold, 2.5 in front of Jacob's Ladder, and then Pure Steel and Kappa Jy Pyke. Predator's Gold much quicker in the air at that than the Enabler. Heads now to a ditch, followed by Jacob's Ladder and Pure Steel, with the back marker by a couple of lengths, Kappa Jy Pyke. Over that one. A bit scrappy and last was Kappa Jy Pyke, as they bear right-handed into the back straight with another 7 fences left to jump. The Sky Bet Grade 3 Novice Chase together. Predator's Gold and the Enabler, 2 in front of Jacob's Ladder, joined for third by Pure Steel. Still in touch, although the back marker is Kappa Jy Pyke. First of 3 in the back straight, Predator's Gold and the Enabler, separated by a neck. 3 lengths back to Jacob's Ladder, who's contesting third with Pure Steel, and still fifth of the 5 is Kappa Jy Pyke. Middle of 3 fences in the back straight. This is 6 from the finish. Predator's Gold out-jumped there by the Enabler. Edging third is Pure Steel from Jacob's Ladder, 3 lengths to Kappa Jy Pyke. Now to the last ditch, the end of the back straight. This is 5 fences out. Into it is 1, Predator's Gold. Stepped at that, but emerged the leader from the Enabler. Little between Jacob's Ladder and Pure Steel for that third spot, followed by Kappa Jy Pyke. Returning to their point of departure, 4 more fences left to jump and all to play for. Nothing between Predator's Gold and the Enabler. Less than 2 lengths in front of Jacob's Ladder and Pure Steel and Kappa Jy Pyke, the 4th last fence. Inside the final half mile now. Predator's Gold and the Enabler continuing to have a good tussle for the lead, followed by Pure Steel, Jacob's Ladder, and Kappa Jy Pyke. 3 more fences to go. The Enabler, Sam Ewing on the outside of Predator's Gold and Paul Townend. A length and a half back to Pure Steel. Mark Walsh just third from Jacob's Ladder. Pure Steel nodded at the back of that and lost third to Jacob's Ladder. And then Kappa Jy Pyke turning in. 2 more fences left to jump. And it's the enabler around the outside of Predator's Gold, who's now been stoked up. After them is Jacob's Ladder, then Kappa Jy Pyke and Pure Steel. They straighten for the final two fences. On the left, it is Predator's Gold. In the centre of the fence is the enabler at the second last. And still, nothing between them. In between the final two fences, the Sky Bet, Grade 3 Novice Chase, and Predator's Gold is digging deep here. From Jacob's Ladder, Kappa Jy Pyke down the outside. The final fence is Predator's Gold from Stable Companion. Kappa Jy Pyke picking up on the outside of in between the pair is Jacob's Ladder. And from last to first, it is Kappa Jy Pyke building again over fences. Under Danny Mullins. In second place is Jacob's Ladder, and Predator's Gold finished up third.
It was a quick word of Danny Mullins as he walks back in. Well done, good confident riding, Kappa Jy Pyke.
Yeah, it was good. You know, won a good race in Thurles, beating Salvator, and we're stepping up in distance on tougher ground today. It was probably not what we would have loved for him, but I thought a very good performance. That a horse, you know, you look at him going around again, those big chasing types, and what he lacks in size, he's got in heart.
And was that the way you had that in the back of your mind? Obviously stepping up on trip and very testing ground today. That's the way you rode him, patiently called out the back.
That's it, you know, he won quite well here last year before Cheltenham, and the season just fell apart a bit, but he's come back very strong this year, and you know, coming on this ground again, I was thinking, I don't want to get into a big battle early, but you need a fair engine to pick up and sprint by the likes of the horses that were on my right heading down to the last, and he's done it nicely. And
this seems to be his ideal trip. I'd say you wouldn't be too keen on going further out in trip at the moment with him.
It wouldn't bother me. I think, you know, there's plenty of options. Willie will chat with the owners and see. You know, he's jumping a fraction too well early, so I had to lock in behind. But, you know, it's ground like this over 2-3. When you get a bit of nicer spring ground, he could go up and trip as well. So he's a very versatile horse with an engine. It's a nice problem to be thinking about.
And he's already turning out to be a better horse over fences now than he was over hurdles.
Definitely so. And, you know, looking at him physically, you mightn't think that was going to be the way, but he's really come to himself this year.
You always confident from turning in you were going to get them?
Not really. Like, even down to the second last, probably got a little bit tighter to the second last than I wanted, but I knew I hadn't really pulled the trigger yet, and to pull the trigger down to the last to see, and he was good at it. And you know, even Paul wasn't far off me on landing, but my lad stuck his head down. It's quite a long run in on this ground here today as well, so good performance to get away from them.
Quick word about Free Spirit. Have you sat in him at home?
Yeah, he's a very nice horse, goes well at home, and you know, he's probably coming into a very hot race. You know, the winner beat me, the Gigginstown horse that won in Navan beat me nicely that day on a horse I liked from Willie's, sober, very high flat rating. So Free Spirit has the potential, but you know, he's going into deep waters today. Hopefully he can do it.
And Laxio then for your dad in the maiden hurdle.
Yeah, nice horse. Fell at the last in Leopardstown the last day, but you know, he's probably one that wants a bit nicer ground, but I think he'll have an engine coming into the spring.
Well done.
Thank you.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.